Yeah, sometimes people will say that.
All his friends, every time I show up to something, they're like, is that the Rickypond?
All right, great. So welcome to the Healthy Indian Podcast. Dallin and Ricky, thank you so much. I'm really happy you guys are on my podcast today for mental health, dancing, and to just advocate for people who want positivity, who want to dance, who want to bring great energy. So thank you so much for, even giving me as a smaller creator a platform to shine and also give you guys the ability to shine as well. And you guys can definitely, just showcase your colors and just be you. So one thing about both of you, where did you learn to dance and how was that journey? Tell me a little bit about that. That'd be so cool to know.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I started back when I was 8 years old. My mom signed me up for clogging. And I started dancing or clogging basically from 8 all the way through high school. And that's kind of where I started my love for dance, was just, that, and then watching MTV and VH1 and copying all of, the big dancers and things like that on music videos. And it's kind of what we do now, right? I mean, we go out and find some pretty sweet dances, and we just learn them from other awesome dancers and just have a whole lot of fun doing it.
No, for sure. What about you, Dallin? Where did you learn to dance, or who did you learn?
Just like on Just Dance, like the Wii.
Wow,
that's basically it. And then doing the TikToks.
Awesome, sick. So you learned from Wii and just TikToks.
Yeah.
That's so cool, dude. That's so cool. No, that's awesome, and that's such a unique way to learn too. I think it's like fun, and then you don't have to go to class. You just learn how to dance, and you be you, right? So. Don't give that up. I think it's hard to find people who can just do that and learn from that. How did everybody react to it as the dancing dad when you blew up, Ricky? How did people react to it, and how did you get that name, like the dancing dad? Because I think that's kind of cool.
I don't know really how that got kind of tagged with that. I think it came once we started to kind of blow up in India, and people said, hey, there was a guy that we called the dancing uncle. There was a dancing uncle at one point in India that was pretty popular, something like that. And so I don't know if that's kind of where dancing dad came out of it or whatever, but
I feel like we just used like a hashtag that was like,
maybe it
dancing dad. And then like people just kind of like,
I think maybe that,
coined it.
Maybe that's what we just started using a dancing dad hashtag, because I was a dad with 4 kids and we were dancing and having a good time.
I think so. And then people just kind of started calling you dancing dad.
So
what?
Yeah, it's kind of, because we were kind of wondering like, what would we do? Rickypond is kind of the thing, but the reality is I think people, they come up to us all the time and are like, hey, I saw your TikTok, or I saw your Instagram, or whatever. And it's just people that we know, right? We've had a few people that we don't know kind of approach us, like at Costco or, just different places. But it hasn't really been like crazy. My life hasn't really changed much. I still go to work every day. I, work 10 hours a day and come home and then learn to dance and post it. And, I think we're bigger outside of the United States than we are in the United States.
We're more like global stars almost, right?
Well,
in a sense.
I don't know.
Stars.
Yeah, but global, what do you call them? I don't want to see you guys are like influencers, but content creators.
Sure, yeah.
Global.
Yeah. We try, we had a map Dallin got when we first started, and it's one of those scratch off maps. And so every time we met somebody, we'd scratch off where they're from and try to, to see how big our following got from all over the world.
We haven't done that in forever, so maybe we're going to have to bring it out.
We're going to have to break it out again.
Damn, you guys just have a scratch off list of all the people you guys meet. That's so cool. So like this new, like, I guess this career path, or like this hobby, you guys want to call it, gives you the ability to almost travel everywhere too, right? I believe, or you guys just record from like your state, or you guys don't travel back and forth that much?
We just kind of stay.
It depends on our travels. Like if we go visit family in like another state, like Idaho or Utah or wherever, you know, we'll do TikToks with the family and do dances in other places. But mostly it's just in our living room or our yard.
Wherever we're at on vacation, we'll kind of see who's there, and then we'll see if we can collaborate with them, and then yeah.
You guys should totally go to like India, because I feel like all your fan base is in India. So I would want to see like the reactions, like personally for me, because when I Googled you guys, it just said Dancing Dad, Dancing Dad, Dancing Dad. I'm like, what's going on? And it just had Indian music associated with it, like by default. And I was just like, I want to see like the reactions of people of when they actually see you in India, like what would happen.
So do we.
Right? Like
that would be cool too.
Yeah,
like, is it, people would say, you know, I would be interested to actually find out if people would recognize who we were, or they, you know, I mean, there's 1.8 billion people in India, right? And I've got like 600,000 followers. So like, it's like a fraction of the population there, right? But people are like, no, people would know who you were. They would, you know, you would be mobbed. And I'd be like, no, I wouldn't, you know? So just, I would want to know what would happen. I would want to record. Yeah. We had a guy say, I just want to go be your cameraman. When you go to India, just tell me, because I'll buy my own ticket and I'll come with you just so I can be the cameraman and just experience it with you.
Oh, my God. That'll be hilarious, because imagine you guys going to Holi and just seeing like all the vibrancy and the colors and the marriages. And I just feel like you guys would fit right in, and it would be such a crossover to like Washington State and India.
We would finally actually get taught some real, like, well, be taught dances instead of learning them online. Yeah, I would love it. That would be great.
Yeah, like instead of like just the TikTok like mashups, you guys will actually have like a legit dance with like a legit camera, and like you guys could dance with like maybe like actors or just like people like stage dancers.
That'd be fun.
It would be amazing. So
it'd be fun.
Yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys to go. If you guys ever want to go in the future, just hit me up and I'll definitely recommend you the most like bomb spots I've been to. And Indian street food is crack. So
nice.
It's amazing.
Nice. We like food.
Yeah. It's spicy, but you know, it gets the job done, and at the same time it has all these different colors in it, right? They say eat your colors. So in Indian culture, there's like a lot of colors and different kinds of like sauces and curries and stuff. So you guys would love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So through dancing, take me a little bit about how like you blew up to where you are now. Like, how did the journey start? Like, were you just recording one day, like at your house, and then dancing, or how did it start? I always wanted to know that.
I think Dallin should tell the story about how it got started.
Let's go, Dallin.
Okay, so it was like beginning of like quarantine. It was March, it was like 29th. So it's coming up on our 3-year TikTok anniversary. But
hey,
we like were bored. Like everything was shut down. You know, church was shut down, school was shut down. And it was just kind of boring. Like we were just at home all the time, nothing to do. And so then me and my sister wanted my dad to do a TikTok. And so we're like, okay, let's just do a TikTok. So we made a TikTok on my sister's account. And then we're all like, we should make him an account. And so me and my sister made him an account without him knowing. And then we had him do a dance, and we got him to do a dance on his account, posted it, and then it got more views than my sister's video. And so he was a little competitive with that. And he was like, oh, yeah, I got more views and likes than you. And so then he just like kept posting, and yeah.
And we just posted a video every day. It was just for fun. It was something that
bored.
The kids I would come home from work, because I never stopped going to work through the whole pandemic. And I would come home from work, and they're like, okay, we got another dance. And I'm like, okay. And so we would learn another dance, and we would post it. And then, you know, we just kept going. And eventually they got bored. They're like, Dad, just go do your own thing, you know, because I was just like, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? And they're like, just go do your own thing. And so I started to, you know, do a lot of dances that I grew up doing or watching, you know, Paul Abdul, Michael Jackson, and, you know, all those guys, and trying to do some of those songs, and just trying to figure out what we could do to keep it interesting for me if I'm going to do this for a while. And so I noticed, you know, there was a lot of dances from like Africa, like the Afro beats and the different types of dances out there. And I'm like, you know what? That's what I did in college. You know, I was on a dance team in college and we did folk dances from around the world, you know? And so I'm like, that would be fun. And so I started to look for different dances, and Dallin found an Indian dance that was...
It was trending. It was like Teach Me on a Dougie mixed with like this like...
Punjabi Indian thing.
Gotcha.
And so we did that one, and it just took off. And so people were like, you know, you need to post this stuff on other social media platforms because TikTok is banned in India. And so we have to share it to our families and friends through WhatsApp, through all these other platforms. And we're like, okay. And I asked Dallin about Reels. I said, what is that? And he's like, well, I think it's like TikTok. And I said, well, figure it out. And he's like, okay. And so we started posting on Reels, and it just within about 5 weeks or so,
like 4 weeks, you had 100,000 followers and were verified.
And so it was just crazy. It just took off like super fast. And, you know, we just were hanging on, you know, just trying to do dances and post. And we just did one a day. I didn't have time to do anything else. I would come home from work. I would wear whatever I wore to work that day and just do a dance. So people would say, why don't you dress up, or why don't you do, you know, or go somewhere and do it. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. You know, I barely have time to put an hour into this and learn a dance and record it. But that's kind of the journey. That's kind of where it started through the pandemic. Just kids were bored. They needed something to do, and they forced me into something that kind of blew up.
Yeah.
It's insane. So many people found their hobbies during the pandemic. Dallin, did you find yours, by the way, buddy? Maybe being like showing your dad how to do reels and stuff too. You never know. Like that's always it's pretty hot, you know? Like my brother showed me how to do TikTok, so but I couldn't move like that. So. Kidding. But no, that's sick. That's amazing how, you know, your I guess like pandemic journey and stuff flourished into this, and it is what it is now. Is there anything different you're doing? I see like sometimes, you know, you dance in PJs and you dance in whatever. And I love that. And I think it's so authentic, and it's like, okay, I come back from work and I can just dance any way I want. Is there anything you're changing up, or you're just posting for fun, or at this point? Because I feel like you have a massive following. I was just like, I hope they're okay.
Yeah.
I thought something happened or something.
No,
Your lights went out.
Disconnected, and we're like, oh, great. So
great.
So we just re-upped everything, or just went through the process or whatever. But
okay. No worries. Man, well, I lost my train of thought here. What was I asking? I don't know. What was the last thing we talked about? Did we all forget?
Oh, we were talking about my following. Like, what's next? What were we thinking? Are we changing stuff up? I think.
Yeah, like I guess like when it comes to like, you know, we see you dancing in like different outfits and PJs and stuff. Like, has anything changed since the inception? Because, you know, you're impacting a lot of people at this point. So, you know, people that are like, you know, single dads that have multiple kids, they're looking up to you, and they're seeing like this cheerful, happy guy from Washington State, and your kids as well. Is there something that, you know, is there like a kind of like a mission you're trying to like portray? Like,
you know,
it's fun.
They're really, so I really haven't put much thought into like, you know, what do we do with it? At this point, you know, it's never been about the following. It's never been about any of that. It's always just been about, you know, having fun, building relationships with my kids, you know, doing something that's enjoyable for me. It kind of helps relieve stress that way and stuff as well. But it's just kind of I have never really thought about like how we could, you know, or there's never been a grand mission, like, let's go get 1 million followers. That was never even in like a thought.
No, I didn't.
They were like,
awesome.
Dad, I can't believe you've got like 10 followers. Like when I first started, they're like, you got 10 followers. How'd that happen? You know, and then next thing you know, it's 1 million, you know, over 1 million. So, but yeah, it's never really been about that for me. And, you know, I lose thousands of followers on Instagram all the time. Like I think I've been up to 650,000 at one point, and it dropped all down. Like, but now it's starting to grow. So I don't know if it's bots or if it's, you know, because when there's momentum going, you start to pick up a lot of followers. And then when momentum slows down, it seems like you drop followers. So I kind of wonder if it's the algorithm's way of hooking people like drugs, right? It's like, oh, you're getting a lot of followers and keep going. And then it starts to like dwindle, or those bots start to fall off because they were just there to get you all excited about getting on more and posting more and doing, I don't know. That's just my theory, right? I think there's a lot to that. People look at followers, they look at likes, they look at, my views have been down lately. My likes, all that stuff have been down lately, but it's nothing that I don't think we're doing. It's probably something that the algorithm has changed. It's something, but people get depressed about stuff like that. They get crazy about stuff like that. And it's never been about that for us.
That's such an awesome and unique story. It seems like you guys are a very organic family, and you guys just are going with the flow. And it's awesome to see that there are creators out there that really genuinely have fun. I think that's why you resonate with a lot of people. So it's really cool to see that. I guess like when it comes to dancing, have you guys experienced any, I guess, injuries or anything? As far as like, just all the wacky stuff you guys do. I guess I see you guys in hoodies and dancing everywhere, throwing everything around. I'm like, damn, like there's definitely stuff in the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Has to have happened.
Yeah. I'm actually dealing with a calf injury right now. I pulled my calf last Wednesday. It's probably like the third or fourth time I've done it. And, I just kind of pushed through it and still tried to dance and do, the dance steps, the dance. I don't know if you saw the dance I posted last night. It was
Natu Natu.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was kind of hurting. I was kind of grinning my teeth a little bit, but, you just kind of keep going and I'm just getting older, and my calves, for some reason, my left calf just kind of gives out all the time, and I need to figure that one out.
It's probably just like the arthritis thing or something.
Possibly. It's always when I'm doing some kind of a spinny kind of like a quick movement or something. It just up in the upper calf, it just kind of like tweaks it or something. But no, those are my injuries. I don't know, Dallin, if he's had any injuries or anything, but twisted ankles or almost twisted ankles and stuff like that. But
awesome. And injuries. What was Dallin's reaction to you, I guess, dancing in the beginning? Was he like embarrassed or happy, or like what was your emotion? Were you like, damn, Dad's like killing it actually now?
Well, it was fun. I think at the beginning it was a lot of fun. Like until like every 2 seconds he's like, what dance are we doing? What dance are we doing today? What dance are we doing? I need you to find me a dance. And I'm like, my For You page isn't all dancing. It's like good stuff. Like
yeah.
And so it was fun, and then it kind of blew up, and then like my teachers and like my principal was like, hey, you and your dad popped up on my For You page the other night. I was like, no.
Oh my God. So like the whole school knows, and then the teachers and everyone. Damn.
Yeah.
So do you ever go to school and you're like, yeah, you're the guy with the dancing dad?
Yeah, sometimes people will say that.
All his friends, every time I show up to something, they're like, is that the Rickypond? So they give me a hard time, and I'm just like, who, where, like.
Or they'll be like, can I have your autograph?
I'm like, you got a pen? So we just they kind of goof with me, and I just sort of play back.
That's so funny. And the fact that you guys have like a whole like community there, I think it's so cool that everyone knows of you. So it's almost like, people will always admire that, and you're known for that. So people, like for me, people know me as a mental health podcaster that goes to weddings. No one even knows what I do anymore. And it's like, I went to school for IT, but I'm just a podcaster now. Like that's what they put me in, So it's almost like that. That's what happens. But I guess on a more little serious note, I guess, like when it comes to mental health, are you what's your opinion on it? Because this podcast, I want people to know that there is positivity there, like you, Ricky, and then there's people who do dance who like are cheerful, who do like holy dances, especially in the South Asian community. What's your opinion on that? Like how does one, I guess, take care of the mental health, just from could be like a dancing perspective or anything, you know?
Like I said before, it's, to me, it's just something that I've always had a passion for, dancing, that I kind of just sort of put in the back seat once I got a family and a career, and I started doing the dad stuff, and I needed to provide and, all of that important stuff, right? And so dancing took a back seat. I always thought I would do something with it. I wanted to open up a dance studio one time, and TikTok kind of brought that passion back out to dance. And it was a way that I could relieve stress. And sometimes, because sometimes actually causes stress.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not doing it right, and they're doing it right 100 times, and I'm messing up a bazillion times. But we just kind of keep plugging away. But I think it's important to find something that you're passionate about, that you enjoy, that you love doing, and just do it. A lot of times I look at it, it's just me and the camera. Like, I do it for me and the camera, and then I post it, and it doesn't really matter what people say, because I don't know any of those people, and they don't know me, and it's all subjective. Some people like it, some people don't, and that's fine with me, but because I was having fun. So it really didn't matter. When the haters come out, we don't care.
Yeah.
We don't care. A lot of times Dallin will go out, egg them on a little bit, because the more he eggs them on, the more they
comment, the more they view it, the more they send it out.
Troll.
Yeah. So he plays games with them sometimes, and I'm like, just leave them alone.
Smart kid. My brother would do that too. He'd be trolling them and everything. It's the funniest thing.
It is.
It's funny, man. And like your holy video actually came up in my group chat, my friend group chat. We were just talking, and then you came up. And I'm like, let me hit up Ricky. I've never even thought about this. And you come in with the energy with the holy, and like you had the paint on you. And I was like, oh my God, what are the chances?
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see it full circle with that. You dance to Natu Natu, Holy, and other Indian songs. Is there other songs that you're looking at right now, or is it mainly just South Asian songs that you're kind of going for? Because it's just something that has more energy, I guess, maybe, it's a lot of charisma into it. So,
yeah, I mean, we do a lot of Bollywood stuff as well. We do music from, we'll try music from anywhere. If it's upbeat and it's fun and it sounds like it sounds fun to dance to, we'll do anything. We've done South American stuff. We've done African music. And just regular, American Rihanna. We did the Rihanna halftime show. And so, we just, whatever's trending. Sometimes they'll come at home and they'll say, Dad, we got to do this one. There was a time when this song from some kid, it was about corn and how he liked corn. And he's like, we need to make up a dance to this, because there was no dances to it, right? It was just some guy who made this clip of some kid talking about how he loves corn. And so we made the dance to it. And so it was kind of fun.
Yeah. So you just mess around and just have a good time. Okay. Awesome. That's an awesome message. Sometimes life is so much going on. You just got to have fun, enjoy time with your kids, and go out.
And really, a lot of the songs, we don't know what we're going to do next, because our fans suggest songs. And so we'll go look them up and go, what is that? And then we'll look up the video of the Bollywood, and we'll try to find a section in there that we can see the steps so that we can learn and do a dance to it, and people are always talking about hook steps, and sometimes we don't get the right hook steps. Apparently we're just like, look for the steps that they do a lot, because I'm assuming that's what that is. And sometimes we get the right ones, and sometimes they go, that wasn't the right hook step, go do the other one. And we're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay, we'll try something.
Yeah, because there's no tutorial for it. It's usually like in like a music video setting, and they just like film it and send it out. So even like online, like I'm actually rehearsing for like a friend's wedding, and like I can't find any like steps. So they'll just tell you by like word of mouth. But sometimes the little movements that really make a difference. And I don't know if you did the song Baton, but I think that would be a really good one I saw people do it. It's very easy and simple. But I think it's the movie just came out. I don't know if do you guys watch Hindi movies, by the way? It's a hot take, I guess. But.
My wife will sit down and watch them, but I can't watch and read the subtitles at the same time, or else I lose.
It's too fast.
Yeah, I lose what's going on in the film because I'm like going like this, and then I miss what they said, and I can't understand.
Gotcha.
So I'll watch.
Maybe they need like a overlay,
I'll watch
like
for
English.
the dancing parts, but other than that, but my wife will sit there and watch the whole 3-hour movie, and you know, I'll be like, I don't understand a word they're saying, and I can't read that fast.
No, I feel you. It's tough in the beginning. The only reason I can pick up on it is because when I was younger, my parents took me all the time, so somehow I grasped and understand Hindi, but I can't speak it. So I understood like segments of it. It's like somewhat like little segments, but that's so cool. I'll send you definitely Patan the video if you haven't done it. Okay. And then that way you guys can send in. That way it could be another idea.
Sure.
Space.
That'd be great.
I'll definitely send it through. Okay, cool. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your interest with clogging? Like, the steps you do? Are you like for dancing? Do you still implement those steps in dancing and stuff?
I think because of my clogging, it allows me to pick up a lot of footwork stuff that is difficult for, say, Dallin and them to kind of do. But I'll pick that stuff up really easy, where the arms and the hand movements and the other parts of the dance, they pick up really quickly. But I struggle with the arm movements a lot of times, but when it comes to like my feet and what to do with that, it makes it really easy. It's like, walking and chewing gum at the same time. Sometimes I have a trouble like dancing with my hands and feet together. Training that I had as a kid growing up and dancing throughout college, I think has helped me be able to dance, because that's one thing that people mention all the time is that we're able to dance to any type of music. And and really most people can. It's just that most people don't try. And I don't know. That's the thing is it's like once you get the beat, once you get the rhythm of the song, it's really easy for me to like just dance to it.
So what is one valuable lesson you learned from this whole experience? Maybe just to try, I guess, right? Because like you said, like it's simple. Keep it simple. But I guess if one tries, they'll achieve it, right? Like maybe Dallin could be the dancing son one day. You don't know. And he'll be killing it, learning clogging, tap dancing, you name it, he'll have it. So, but Dallin, I want to ask you, what is your personal interest? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be an actor.
Okay, yeah. Sick. That's sick. Is there any actor you look up to as of now, bro?
Probably like Tom Holland, like
hey, Spidey sense.
Yeah, like all the like the big movie people, like Ryan Reynolds is cool, and
he's funny.
Yeah,
I like Deadpool.
Like I want to be in like a comedy, like action, like I think that'd be fun.
I could see you playing that role too. Maybe the next Spider-Man. You never know. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, sick. I think other than that, I just have a couple, I guess, rapid fire questions if you guys want to answer them. So, dancing or acting? Go.
Dancing.
Acting. Dancing,
yes,
I guess.
Dancing for sure.
The dancing dad or the dancing mom? I don't know why. I just made these up. So.
Well, mom can dance. She just won't. I mean, she doesn't like getting in front of the camera and dancing, but mom dances.
Awesome. Mountains or beaches?
Mountains.
Yeah.
Why so? And why so? Like, you guys like hiking and stuff? You guys are that?
Yeah, hiking and camping and, stuff like that. I just like, there's more to do for me in the mountains than, say, on the beach. Like, on the beach, it's just the ocean and that's it, right? Where mountains, you can find a stream, you can find a lake or something out there.
Build like a shack and like live in there.
Yeah, we kind of grew up in the Pacific Northwest. I grew up in Utah. They've grown up in Washington, and so Mount Rainier is within an hour from
Helens and Adams, and
so we enjoy getting out there and hiking and getting out in the wilderness.
No, that's awesome. And I think that's an awesome activity to have as family because my family too, we go to a lot of cruises and outside, like stay outside during the summer. So it's a great hobby to have. I guess one of the last questions I have is what is one question you wish I asked you if I missed anything? So if I missed a question or so, is there anything I didn't cover? Maybe talk about Audrey. I don't know. But
yeah, if she saw this, she'd be like, "How come you didn't mention me, Dad?" I got
Sorry,
you
next
into
time,
this
Audrey.
just
Come on,
yeah,
next
I
one.
got you into this just like Dallin did, right? She always said,
Yeah, she always tries to take the credit, but I got him this far.
Let's go, Dallin. You made it to this one. You made it this one. Shout
yeah,
out
I
to
don't
you.
know. Is there any questions or anything you want to say?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the one question that we kind of blew over real quick was just what have we learned in throughout this whole thing, right? And or the lessons, honestly, the lessons that I wanted to teach my kids is that it didn't matter if you put your mind to something, you can make it work, right? Here's their dad, they're posting something. They had a friend that was like big, had over 1 million followers, and he was like really big, and they were always like, it would be so funny if you got verified before him. And I did, and then he got his count banned or whatever. But it was like I wanted to teach them to be consistent with something, right? Today, in today's world, kids have a hard time focusing on one thing for a long period of time and being consistent with it. They get involved with something, then they get bored and they leave it, right? And so it's been 3 years almost, like Dallin said, since we started this journey. And my take to them is like, it wasn't because I was anything special. It was because I was consistent and I just kept doing it regardless of what, it was just something that we kept doing. And so I'm hoping that's the lesson that they learn is just consistency will bring success. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah. And I think just to add on to what you said, I think having fun with it. Cause I think every time I see you, I associate, and I feel like I know you when I watch all your videos because it keeps coming in my group chat over and over again. And it's like,
well, you must have a really cool group chat.
Yeah. My group chat's awesome. My group's awesome. Shout out to my friend Keyshawn. He's 30 today. So,
happy birthday.
But, thanks, Ricky. Wait, actually, it would be pretty cool if you said like happy birthday, Keyshawn.
Yeah, happy birthday, Keyshawn.
Pretty cool. Cool. Thanks. So one other thing I also want to know, now we're talking about it, is since you got this platform and stuff, do you ever feel like this is like a place where like, a lot of people are dying for this opportunity to get into this like dancing and stuff, right? Do you ever feel like this is like almost like a dream come true? Like your hobby became like something that you can like show to people and they can like, learn from it. You've been millions of people watching you dance and it's dancer's dream, right? Like you guys go on stage, you guys put in like a couple of like influencers in the South Asian community. I know they like some of your posts. They're dying for this moment, dude. Like because all the rehearsals they do on Dancing with the Stars, and you were on stage before. I saw you with Simon Cowell, I believe, and all these other stars. And it's like a dream come true. Forget the money and stuff and the credibility, but it's like from a dancer standpoint, it's like, hey, I've got this by just having fun, and my kids like Dallin and the people are just managing my account, helping me along this way. It must be such a freeing experience as a dancer to have.
Yeah.
That's
I look back and I'm like, why couldn't this have happened like 20, 30 years ago? Right. Just because, I'm going to be 50 this year. And so I'm not getting any younger, but I'm just, I'm like, man, why did this have to happen so late in life? But I'm just enjoying the ride. Whatever opportunities come about, we'll take them as they come and just have fun with it.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on. I really appreciate it. And definitely let's stay in touch. Hopefully you guys come on for the next few more episodes whenever it comes on. Dallin, I'm looking forward to your acting journey, bro. Hope you become next Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you, Ricky, as well. And, great kudos to you. And I'll send you Patan the video after. And guys, if you're listening, you like the Dancing Dad and Dallin and this podcast, go throw us a like, go follow Ricky, Dallin as well. Dallin, do you have an Instagram, by the way? Give it a shout out. Okay, cool. What's it called, by the way?
Blue Eyed
Is
Pond.
it Blue Eyed Pond and then Ricky.pond for you, Ricky,
Correct.
right? So go follow them, go like them. They're great. Love their energy. And thank you for listening, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
No problem. See you
Bye-bye.
later.
Bye.